Okay, so this time I'm going to show you some looks to do with a liquid liner. I'm using Unique's gel pen. You can do this with any liquid liner and applicator, and you can also do it with like a gel liner and a pointed or angled brush. So the first one is really simple. I'm going to try and do it holding a mirror, but we'll see how that goes. So it's just a case of, and when you're putting eyeliner on, the best thing to do is to like stabilise your arm. So I've got like one arm here and I'm leaning on this one because I don't have a surface to do this with the camera. And then I'm going to lean the bottom of my hand on my chin, the back of my hand on my cheekbone, and then all I have to control is the first couple of fingers. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is a really simple one. We're basically just going to bolden out the shape of the eye. And you want to be as close as possible to your lash line for this, so that when you open your eye, you don't want that gap, you see, between my lashes and the liner. There is a way to fix that. You can do what's called tight lining, where you go underneath and colour in, but we'll try and avoid it as much as possible. And all I'm doing with this, like I said, I think, is to bolden the natural shape of the eye. Now with these pens, what I'm finding is the tip, although it looks really good for precision work, it's actually better if you take it kind of side on and use the side of it rather than the tip, or else you get not a very precise line. It goes a bit bitty. I think I'm going to have to hold it down a bit. And you just do it in little strokes from the middle outwards. Today's song in my head is Eye of the Tiger. There's a line in it, I don't know if you guys must have heard it, but it's like, it's the eye of the tiger, and then the next line sounds like it's the cream of the fight. It's the thrill of the fight, but I was singing it's the cream of the fight, despite the fact that that doesn't make sense. And I was watching it on YouTube just the other morning. It's like my motivational song in the morning when I really can't be bothered. And that person had put up the lyrics, and they had written cream of the fight and then scored over it and written thrill. So I thought that was quite funny that it wasn't just me. What I would love to do is take this and put it on my mirror here, but the light's not very good because you only get it on one side of my face. So this one is very similar to the cat eye look. It is really just a case of making your natural eye shape a bit more dramatic. And like I said, in small strokes is fine. But what you don't want, like you can see there, I've got like the, looks a bit bitty. It's just really hard to do this. It's like kind of drawing the skin taut at the same time. And what you also don't want to do is have like a kind of solid line over your eye. I mean, you want it to look even, but you also want the inner corner of your eye to be a slimmer, like a thinner line, and then for it to get like thicker as it goes up the curve, and then taper back down on the outside edge again. And if you do end up with that gap between your lashes, what you can do, if you just lift your lashes up, or even, you don't have to even lift them, you can just come in under the lashes and neaten it up from underneath. This This is called tight lining. And really, that's all we're going to do with that one. Okay, so now we have that simplistic, natural shaped eye. What we're going to do next is wing it out. So what you do there, try this with the mirror again, is you go from the outside edge and you just take it up and out. Again, little strokes with this. What you don't want is to put it on and streak it out. You kind of want to put it on and then lift it gently as you come off, and you see that's how you get that kind of sharp pointy edge. And then once you've got it out as far as you want it to go, you basically just go and make a triangle. Let's see if I can do this on here instead. And then you just colour then that triangle there. And bring it back down to the original line. And there you go. You've turned your natural daytime look into a winged nighttime look. Alright, so now we've got our wing. We're going to go one step further with this, and we're going to do a double wing. So what you do again, from the outside edge, from your lower lash line, we're just going to go under that wing again, in the same kind of line, taper it up, and again just make that little triangle shape. And then with this, so it doesn't look so odd, you want to bring it back down and just gently smudge it. You can't really see that actually. So you want to then gently smudge it into your lower lash line. And you don't have to take it all the way across either. What I'm going to do is just neaten it up a little bit with the precision pencil. And just kind of go over the bits that need filled in. I have a feeling that a gel and a brush would actually be much easier with this. I'm not all that impressed with this pen, I have to say. It was my first experience of liquid eyeliner, and I was quite pleased that it came in a pen, because the one other time I did try it with a brush, I ended up just having it all over my face, which didn't really go so well. And I was like, this is impossible, I'm never doing it again. So it is easier, but if you're gentle with the tip, you just don't always get anything. I'm hoping that at least you're getting the idea though. You can always go back over this with the liner shader brush and like the corrupted pigment. In fact, I might just do that. I'll get that and show you. Okay, what I am going to neaten this up with is this Skeptical Splurge, and I want the splurge brush for this. so you could probably use the liner brush, but I have a splurge cream brush and I like to keep them separate. It is quite a fine tip as well. You can get quite a nice line with it. So let me just go over it. If you had a nice matte gel liner, you wouldn't need to do this. Oh, that's better. Okay, so just neaten it up with some splurge cream, problem solving on the go. And there you go, the double wing. Okay, last one, I'm going to take on the other eye. Yeah, I'm going back to the pen to start with, but I'm going to go over it with the splurge to neaten it up. Again, we're going to start outlining that natural eye shape, making it a bit bold. And again at the edge, just taking it out a bit. It's easier doing this eye actually because the camera's on this side, so I can like close it and look at it, whereas with this side, when I close the eye I've got to try and like see around my nose. Okay, I'm not going to bother tightlining it because I'm going to go over it with the splurge and that should neaten it up. This iPad today is seriously testing my patience. So we're going to continue with, I didn't realise how far up that had gone, but that's okay. So we're going to go back again, like I said, we're doing the natural look first, making it a little bit bolder. And then, again with the wing, but this time we're going to make it more of a classic wing. And we're going to curve it up. And then there's your triangle. Blinked on that one. It's actually like, I find when I'm talking to you doing this, I'm trying to like talk without moving my lips because it moves my face where my hand is balanced. What I need to do is learn to do voiceovers, and then I can like just do this quietly and then talk you through it afterwards. It's a lot of technical work. I've got these jamboree nails and I keep getting my hair stuck in them. Okay, back to the eyeliner. Sorry about that. Little digression. Okay, so now we've got this kind of rounded wing. What we're then going to do is come underneath with a smaller one. If you have a nice pointed brush with a nice wet gel liner, this will look really good. So I'm just going to go over it with the pencil liner. These are called precision liners, but I've been finding this week they're not all that precise. They are smudge proof though, and the colours are really nice and they do last all day. And this bottom fin, I'm then going to take again across my lower lash line. And you shouldn't really like pull your face too far. I'm pulling the skin a bit taut just so I can get a nicer line, but you don't want to pull it out of shape because then when you let your face go, everything ends up in a different place. Okay, so now that we've got the shape, just like with the last one, I'm going to go over it with the splurge cream. This is a bit more like what would happen with the gel. It also gives it a bit of sparkle, which is quite nice. This one's called Skeptical, and I have to say I was skeptical when I opened it. It's like, it's very black. I don't know that I can wear this. But it's actually coming very handy. And I've taken that down far too far with the splurge cream. But as with all makeup, it comes off, so you really don't have to worry about that. You can always clean up anything. Whether it's with eye makeup remover, concealer or foundation. Okay, and there you go. Fishtail liners, winged liner, and a double wing. I hope that was helpful.